This is a special edition of WeatherScope with the latest winter storm update.
Good morning on this Friday as we prepare for yet another winter storm. It seems like every time we get into the weekend, we're talking about another winter storm. This one is a coastal low moving up the coast of the eastern seaboard. We're talking about by later this afternoon from New York City through Boston and Hartford, possibly 6 to 10 inches of snow. It's going to be a very quick hit of snow and lots of wind. Let's set the stage for you, show you what's going on right now on the surface map, and we'll point out some features for you. We've got, of course, our area of low pressure now that's starting to form right here off the Carolina coastline. Some upper-level energy continues to swing on through Tennessee, in through western Kentucky, dropping about 2 inches of snow around Nashville. And this energy will combine with the low, and then everything heads up the coast, and that's when things start to get a little nasty as we head on through the afternoon hours. So places like New York City, snow is just knocking on your door right now. It is snowing in Philly. We've had bursts of snow around Washington at National, snowing around Andrews Air Force Base, Dover. So it's on the way, and it's on the way into Boston as well. And in fact, in Boston, that is where Bill Keneally is standing by, and he's been there all morning long looking for a little bit of food this morning. Bill, a little on the hungry side. And Bill, what is the latest there in Boston?
All right, Jody, the food shop is not open yet, unfortunately. But anyway, weather-wise, very cooperative right now. The rush hour has gone fine. I looked off to my left a moment ago. I saw Interstate 93 coming down from the north. Traffic is moving okay on the major arteries. We are in Cambridge. We are on the McGrath Highway. To my right is the big Science Museum, and then behind me is over by Cambridge and on up towards Somerville, then the northern suburbs. But once again, traffic cooperative right now. The sky cover is starting to cloud over, but you can see some sun in my face right now. We had a clear sky when we arrived here around 5 o'clock, but now the cloud cover appearing to be lowering and thickening, kind of a portender of things to come. The wind not a big factor right now either, pretty much out of the northeast, but it is fairly light.
Well, it's light right now, but the winds are definitely going to pick up later this afternoon. Of course, this afternoon, a lot of folks want to head out of town. Right. It is a big holiday weekend. Have you talked to any folks? Are they leaving a little early today in preparation for the nasty rush hour?
Well, the rush hour is heavy, but it doesn't look that heavy, and with everybody off on Monday, I suspect folks were looking for any old excuse maybe to not come in on Friday, so maybe that is what they have done. I did notice last night when we came in, coming from Logan Airport heading south on the Southeast Expressway, the traffic was very heavy, so maybe everybody kind of got a jump then and decided to pack it in, made it a 4-day weekend versus a 3-day weekend.
Probably a good idea. Have the salt trucks been preparing for this as well?
That is right. They are ready. We talked to some folks on the Mass Turnpike. They have about 5 barracks set up, and they are chock full of salt, and they are chomping at the bit, raring and ready to go. It looks like it's going to be several more hours, though, before they hit the highway. All
right, Bill, we'll go grab some breakfast, and we'll check back with you in about half an hour. All right, that was Bill Keneally in Boston, and we'll continue to check back with him throughout the day today. Of course, as we talked about, there is really 2 parts to this storm, the area of low pressure that's trying to form off the Carolina coast, and also the little upper-level disturbance that moved on through Iowa yesterday. In fact, as we take you into Des Moines, Iowa, you can see that the snow, it was a burst of heavy snow, about 3 inches picked up, but certainly the visibilities were reduced to half mile to quarter mile. This guy slipped, lost his glasses, and that has just got to be the worst situation there. To be careful, very slick on the sidewalks and overpasses, and this little disturbance now is heading on southward, and this morning this upper level low is causing some problems in places like Huntsville and in through the northern parts of Alabama. We're seeing some snow showers this morning as well. So an ugly rush hour last night in and around the Des Moines area. Things are going to improve for you in Des Moines. At least the snow is done, but it is very cold. Let's show you the satellite picture. We'll point out some of these features for you. Here's our upper level disturbance, the one that dropped the 2 inches in Nashville. The snow continues very light through northern Alabama, in through Mississippi. Maybe a few flakes of snow as it heads on through the northern parts of Georgia. But you can see here, not very well, but the area of low pressure will start to form off the North Carolina coast. This, combining with the low, is going to be the energy we need as this area of low pressure moves up the coast. Of course, we have the Gulf Stream, very warm water right here, so it's going to pump the moisture in off of the Atlantic, and that's really going to enhance the snow. Now, we saw the heavier snows through parts of Iowa yesterday, just bursts of snow. Now it's moving very quickly. Today, what we do expect as the day wears on is for things to get a little nasty. Areas in white between 6 and 12 inches of snow. That includes most of Jersey, New York City. Eastern parts of Long Island could get hit pretty hard with possibly 8 to 10 inches of snow up through Hartford and Boston as well as we head on through the daytime hours. You'll start out with some heavier snows, and then the snows will pick up. You can see how far the cold air has intruded again. Another cold night in store across the deep south, so winter is hanging on pretty tough right now. We've had bursts of heavier snows around D.C. and Baltimore. You can see the enhanced areas of dark green as it continues to move off toward Delaware, heading to the north and east. This is all very light snow now. You'll see embedded bursts of snow showers, but that should be coming to an end across the western parts of Tennessee and central Tennessee as we head on through the morning hours. Of course, we're talking about snowy travel, especially picking up through Asheville, and if you're heading 85 or 81 all the way up through North Carolina, heading straight on toward D.C., looking a little ugly as you head on through the afternoon. So light snows continue from Nashville to Chattanooga. The winds are going to pick up later on this afternoon. We're talking about northwest winds, very, very strong throughout this corridor as we watch our upper level disturbance sweep on by. It is rain, a little bit of sleet mixing in across northern North Carolina. Should stay all snow from Asheville through Roanoke, Richmond, and head on up as temperatures are very, very chilly at this time, and in through Baltimore, D.C., getting a burst of snow. But you can see it is creeping very, very close to the New York City area. So within the next couple of hours, New York, you'll be talking about rain, or about snow, I should say. And then as we continue to check in with Bill, I would say within the next 2 to 3 hours or so, we'll be having snow in Boston. And Bill will be standing in the midst of that, reporting in for us as well. So once again, a holiday weekend. A lot of folks out there on the roadways, especially as we head on into this rush hour this evening, could get a little treacherous. And in fact, speaking of this evening, speaking of the forecast, we turn to Will.
Okay, Jody, we'll show you
forecast. Accurate, up-to-date weather information for your neighborhood. Only on the Weather Channel.
Oh, no, not the bird, Dad. Not that.